Hello everyone, I am Dr. Tanzeel Ahmed, Associate Professor, School of Biotechnology. Welcome to the tutorial class Stem Cells and Regenerative Biology. What are stem cells? Stem cells are human special cells that are able to develop into different type of cells ranging from muscle cells to brain cells. They are extraordinary because stem cells have property of cell renewal. They can divide and make identical copies of themselves over and over again. Scientists derived the way to develop stem cells from early embryonic cells. In the around 40 years back, in the year 1981, in 1998, Wisconsin research team isolate stem cells from IVF blastocyst. Another breakthrough came in the year 2006 when scientists was able to develop adult cells into stem cell state by reprogramming them genetically. Stem cells have no specific function, remain unspecialized, but become specialized and differentiated with potential to produce more than 100 of different type of cells in the body. So they serve as a body repair system, renew itself and replenish other cells. There are two major types of stem cells. Embryonic stem cells, we isolate them from blastocyst and from fetus. Blastocyst is the inner thin wall structure in the early embryonic development that contain a cluster of cells called inner cell mass. These cells are pluripotent cells. These cells are pluripotent stem cells. You can culture it. So, embryonic stem cell has distributed potential to form the entire three lineage: endoderm, ectoderm, and mesoderm. Endoderm gives rise to epithelial tissue, including the lining of urinary tract and lung, whereas mesoderm gives rise to cardiac, abdominal, urogenital, and hematopoietic cells. From ectoderm, the skin and sweat glands arises. The another category is adult stem cells. These stem cells have been found in different tissues and organs like blood, bone marrow, liver, kidney, cornea, dental pulp, umbilical cord, brain, skin, muscle, salivary gland, etc. So embryonic stem cells, what are their characteristics? Embryonic stem cells, we have just discussed that they have been isolated from the blastocyst. These embryonic stem cells are pluripotent, means they retain the special ability to develop into nearly any type of cells. So where we get these stem cells? Naturally, when the oocyte fuses with sperm to form zygote, a single cell, which after many cell division develop into morula during the course of embryonic development. In this morula, we find out totipotent stem cells. Totipotent stem cells are more versatile than pluripotent stem cells. Means they can give rise to any type of cells and also the fetus cells. After further cell division, this morula develop into blastocyst. Blastocyst is a thin-walled hollow embryonic structure from which embryo arises. This contains the cluster of cells which are known as inner cell mass. These cells are pluripotent cells, means they can develop into any cell type, cells of the circulatory system, nervous system, and immune system. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of embryonic and adult stem cells? Embryonic stem cells are pluripotent, can give rise to any type of cells, whereas adult stem cells are multipotent, can become many type of cells but not any type of cells. Embryonic stem cells are more stable. They can undergo many cell division, whereas adult stem cells has less capacity of cell renewal. Embryonic stem cells are easy to obtain from blastocyst, whereas there is technically more difficulty to isolate adult stem cells from adult tissue. The possibility of rejection is more in case of embryonic stem cells. However, adult stem cells, their rejection is less, minimized. So at what stages of the human development we can get stem cells? We can get stem cells when the embryo is 5 to 7 days old. We can also get it when the embryo is 6 weeks old. From the 5 to 7 days embryo, we can get the totipotent stem cells, whereas from the 6-week embryo, we can get pluripotent cells. We can also get stem cells when from the fetal tissue. These cells are pluripotent and multipotent. We can also get it from the infant and adult. Now mature stem cells. These are also known as adult stem cells. These are multipotent stem cells. Multipotent stem cells are those cells which can develop into many types of cells but not in any type of cells. These adult stem cells are the cells which are derived from particular organ such as adult bone marrow, brain, skeletal muscle, liver, pancreas, fat and skin. It has been reported then that bone marrow derived mesenchymal stem cells have highest multilineage differentiation capacity. Also in the literature, it is there the hematopoietic stem cells within the bone marrow give rise to all mature blood cells, including lymphocytes, monocytes, RBCs, etc., while retaining their cell renewal capacity. The process is known as hematopoiesis. Human hematopoiesis produce 10 to the power 12 cells per day. Now isolation, generation and culture of pluripotent stem cells. We can culture embryonic stem cells which has been isolated from blastocyst as fuses with the sperm to form zygote. Zygote after many cell division develop into the blastocyst. This blastocyst is a hollow structure which contains the cluster of cell during the course of embryonic development. This cluster of cells is known as inner cell mass. These cells are pluripotent cells. We can isolate it and culture it under in vitro condition. What are the in vitro condition? In vitro condition is that we can culture it, we can culture the cells in the laboratory. We can provide the growth media, which is a nutrient or nourishment for the cell. We provide the basic environment in which the cell grow, like CO2, 5% CO2, 95% humidity. All complete environment is under aseptic condition. Then we culture it under different growth factor so that to get the cell or organ of desire. The second is somatic cell nuclear transfer. In this technique, we can isolate the nucleus from the somatic cell and transfer it into the enucleated oocyte. Enucleated oocyte are those oocytes from which the nucleus has been removed. Now this enucleated oocyte with nucleus of somatic cell has been activated with electric shock or chemical inducer to get cell division. After many cell division, this develops into the blastocyst. And in a similar way, we can isolate the inner cell mass of the blastocyst which are pluripotent stem cells. Then we can culture it in the in vitro condition under the influence of different growth factor to get the cell or organ of desire. The third is induced pluripotent stem cells. Induced pluripotent stem cells are those cells which are reprogrammed genetically. These are adult cells which are reprogrammed genetically to get the stem cell state. Then these cells is known as induced pluripotent stem cells. After that, this cell has been cultured under in vitro condition in the similar way under the influence of growth factor to get the organ and cells of desire. Now I am going to discuss one of the most commonly used technique for the culture and isolation of stem cells, that is somatic cell nuclear transfer. Sometimes it is also referred to as therapeutic cloning. It is an asexual reproduction process where no sperm is involved. In the genetic and developmental biology, somatic cell nuclear transfer is a laboratory technique for creating the ovum with donor nucleus. It has been used in embryonic stem cells research or in regenerative medicine, where it is sometimes referred to as therapeutic cloning. In this technique, a nucleus from the somatic cell. Somatic cell. What are somatic cells? Somatic cells are those cells which are other than sperm and egg cell. They are not germinal cell. They are not germ cell. Means other than sperm and egg cell. The nucleus from this somatic cell has been removed, and at the same time nucleus from the egg or oocyte is removed. This nucleus of the somatic cell is then transferred into the oocyte or egg cell. So in somatic cell nuclear transfer, the nucleus which contains the organ DNA is reprogrammed by the egg cell, means by this egg cell cytoplasm factors. Now this egg cell which have this somatic cell nucleus is activated or stimulated by electric shock or chemical inducer to get the cell division. After many cell division, a blastocyst develops, which contain an inner cell mass, a cluster of cells, which are pluripotent stem cells. These pluripotent stem cells has been isolated, cultured under desired condition, under desired in vitro condition, under the influence of growth factor to get the organs and cells of desire. The most practical application of somatic cell nuclear transfer is in reproductive cloning to produce the farm animal with special quality, means to produce the farm animal which can give us more milk, for example, more milk. In this somatic cell nuclear transfer developed blastocyst is incubated into the surrogated mother where the embryo develops. So what should we know about SCNT? What are the purpose? The purpose is that to find out the cure and therapies for diseases. The second is to awaken the natural capacity of cell repair that reside in our gene. So what are the potential results? The potential result is that patient will receive own stem cells to treat diseases. There is no need to donor matching. For example, in transplantation procedure, where the matching of HLA is compulsory, and also there is less chances of rejection. So in summary, there are two major types of stem cells: mature stem cells and early stem cells. Mature stem cells are also known as adult stem cells, cells obtained from specific mature body tissue, umbilical cord, placenta, etc. These are multipotent stem cells, means can give rise to many types of cells, not any type of cells. The second category is early stem cells. These are also known as embryonic stem cells. We can isolate it from blastocyst. Blastocyst is the hollow structure in the early development, embryonic development, which contain the cluster of cells known as inner cell mass, from which these cells are pluripotent cells. These are more flexible and can develop into any cell type. So why stem cell research is so important to all of us? There are many reasons. Stem cells allow us to study how organisms grow and develop over time. Stem cells can replace diseased or damaged cells that cannot heal or renew themselves. We can test different substances like drug, chemical on stem cells. And finally, not the least, we can get a better understanding of our genetic machinery. So what are the human diseases are currently being treated with stem cells? There are several diseases. For example, Parkinson's disease, leukemia, skin graft resulting from severe burn. So we can say that stem cell therapy has the potential to regenerate tissue or organ, cure diseases like diabetes, multiple sclerosis, etc. So why there is controversy over stem cells? There is some reason. Embryonic stem cells are derived from astroblastocysts that would otherwise be discarded following IVF, in vitro fertilization. Extracting stem cells destroy the developing blastocyst embryo. So in the last, not the least, there is some question for consideration. Is the embryo a person, or it is morally acceptable to use embryo for research? These are the references. Thank you.